Back for another edition here on this blazing day. It is a beautiful Thursday here in Orange City, but it's a hot one. No, those aren't chemicals, just a little bit of soapy water. But we're good. We are open for business this weekend. New stuff in, not a bunch, but a couple things here and there. Customers were always asking for them, so if I go ahead and find them on my travels, then so be it. We'll grab them. We got a few more strawberry trees for 35. Hopefully the connection is clear and y'all can hear me. Still got some of these mangoes still cooking over here, hanging out in the shade. Did get a few Asian varieties. Got the elephant mango and Keo Savoy Pimsang Mum. Had a customer that wanted a few, so decided to grab a few, but whatever she does not grab, then whatever's left in will be for you. Also, got another Geffner. A lot of people don't want to hand pollinate these Atomoyas, so Geffner is nice because it is self-fertile. So that's the allure behind that, is set and forget. Although, if I had to go ahead and have my choice, I'd probably go with the PPC right now, because 3 pounds, huge Atomoya. I'll go out there and sit there and hand pollinate in a second. To me, it's no issue, but it is time. A lot of people, you guys are working, I get it. Anti-lily Southsea salad, the whole wall fell down. We had some strong storms this past week. So all the bamboo got ripped down. Everything got ripped out. So restarting a lot of these, cutting them back, and then just went with some paracord for the moment. So they're swaying in the wind out here. Not the best. I have to restructure them, but come on by if you want one of them. Got some avocados in, some avocados. Winter Mexican, Monroe, Russell, let's see, Catalina over here. Got one Catalina para los cubanos, and I think we still got 2 days, and a Donnie. Got Barbados cherries, 25 3 gallons. Some are already shooting a couple of flowers, but for the most part, they are done. Oh, this one's got a bunch right here. For the most part, most of these have already been, they're already done blooming, but you never know. I just gave them some kelp yesterday, so some of these could be popping out some new growth here shortly. Hopefully y'all are staying cool. Still got a longin over here, 75 in a 7 gallon. One more Fuyu, one got rehomed yesterday at the market, but one more here with a couple of fruit holding on. And I'm disappointed because my little Fuyu dropped its fruit this year. Had some flowers working, but everything kind of fell off. One little June plum here, a few flowers on there. And man, I tried these with the miracle fruit the other day. What a difference, y'all. It is an amazing leaf to be able to eat. I love enjoying them, just snacking on them normally, because I do like acidic. I like the little sourness to them, but with the miracle fruit, these were amazing. And I'll tell you what else was amazing was that cranberry hibiscus. I was eating the heck out of that. My miracle fruit finally gave me 2 little fruits, so decided to eat one and gave one to my mom, and man, we were out here having some fun. New seedlings all coming up, all kinds of fun stuff. I'm loving this rain because not having to water as much. Still got white zapotes that will be grafted later on. This little question mark sugar apple is growing quite nicely. Put out a bunch of new foliage, but I love that little rootstock there. And that little seedling, the shape is awesome. So we'll be hanging on to that one, graft it onto something, or graft something else onto it. But that rootstock will be amazing. But here's the one we're waiting for, folks. Dun, dun, dun. Those 4 right there. What are those? Very importante. That's a nice little fruit tree that's coming up. Yes, pretend like you don't see all the junk back there. It's my pot area. I toss all the old pots back in there and then go ahead and fight the roaches to get back through them. So if you're growing, and you're afraid of roaches and spiders and such, a couple of snakes, I'm sorry. That is part of the game out here. That is Florida. Well, if you're here, right? This is Florida growing. Part of that is the wildlife. This one, I just went ahead and up potted not too long ago. And she's already working some fruit. What is it? Well, it's a tomato. It's a tiny little Everglades tomato. Okay. Now, what's the value of this one little tomato? Pennies, right? Nothing. But you were to take this, hang on here. Do it right, dude. I'm sorry, folks. Hang on with me. All right. If I were to take this, and now let's just cut it down the middle for. All right, that's probably should have sliced that a little bit better, but whatever. You get the point. Now you cut it open, and you got all of those seeds. If I were to plant out, whoa. If I were to plant out all of those little seeds in there, I know you can barely see that. There's probably 30 little seeds in there. At $5 a plant, you know what I mean? What's the value of this now? Think about that. So what I do is I will make, I'm not taking every little seed out of there, but I will take this, put this in a pot, grow more, separate them later, or, go ahead and make more down the road, because that's printing money, if you ask me. Slow money. It is slow money. You're not going to make this overnight. I mean, granted, you could sit there. Hang on, I'm going to put the seeds over here. You can sit there and sell just the seeds. There are many nurseries that are selling just the seeds online, and they're not cheap, man. Just a dozen of these seeds can probably fetch, $5, $6. So another avenue, if you don't want to grow out and drop, and they will volunteer everywhere. If you don't want to sit there and grow them out and sell them that way, you just sell the seeds. But trust me, Everglades, I told myself, no, man, I'm not going to sit here and grow them tiny little tomatoes. But you would be surprised on how many people ask me for those. They lose them, for the most part, they will pop up and volunteer in your property once you have them. I'm expecting something like that from these coyote tomatoes as well. But sometimes they disappear, they will freeze back, and they'll be lost sometimes. But it's one of those that I like to have for the customers, because it's not if, it's when. Fairchild is still cooking up. Haven't lost any recently on this one. Rains are really perking everything up, greening everything up. I am still feeding sea kelp on the leaves out here. So even though they're fruiting, a lot of people wouldn't go ahead and feed your trees right now, but I'm not dousing them. I'm not giving them a ton. It's just a little bit of nutrition. I see it as, a woman going through labor. Doesn't she want some more vitamins going through it to be able to push out these beautiful fruits? This one's Glenn, by the way. That's how I see it. Giving it a little bit of extra, but is it necessary? I don't know. Ask the professionals. But for me, I'd rather go ahead and experiment with a little bit. A lot of this is trial and error, seeing exactly what works for me. Not saying I'm, professional. I didn't read anything about this, but most people will say leave them alone until afterwards, right? Feed them later, but not I. I'd rather give them a little bit and see what happens. Strawberry trees got some branches that fell and took out a couple of Rollinia branches. I'll show you that. I got to trim those back, but the wind was strong the other day. So not only do we have to fight hurricanes, winters, but also just a typical, afternoon thunder shower that'll bring hail and 50-mile-an-hour winds. These things were getting shaken up the other day, man. I was worried I was going to lose a lot more. But that's part of the game. You're not going to win them all. What you start with is not what you end with. M4, I see like maybe 7, after it held on a bunch at first. I was really happy to have some, but now it's looking like it's going to be a few. And trust me, those will go by quick. And that's what we're showing now. I got one in the house now it should have held on. It's a decent size. It should have held on, but somehow, some way, the wind blew it off. So I'll be eating it green. Still got a bunch of these little Barbados cooking over here, and she's flowered up. It is nice to get that vitamin C fix in the morning. Come out and see what's down. Oh, we got 2 of them in there. Oh, and she fell. Yeah, she got pecked. That's why she fell. We'll get the seeds later. But it is nice to be able to come out. Yeah, this is the cranberry hibiscus that tastes amazing. It tastes like candy-coated leaves with that miracle fruit. Really nice. I get a whole new appreciation for it. Like, the bitter stuff still tastes bitter, but if it's got a little bit of a acidity to it, then it just sweetens it up. The yellow groomy that saw 2 little baby flowers on it. I'm checking for more, hoping to see a few more pop up in here. I'm dying to taste it. It's crazy how you see people just a few miles south already get the fruit, and I'm over here just flowering it, right? So it depends on where you're at. Stuff does flower differently, right? As you travel further north, we're on a different timeline than South Florida, where they're already harvesting mangoes. We're still seeing our babies hang in there. So passion fruit, went ahead and gave this some sea kelp yesterday as well. The only thing is it gets this little scab on there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it gets this little bit of scab, which is kind of not really cool to look at, obviously, but doesn't affect the inside of the fruit. It's still very nice, but it does get that. I don't know why, but we are getting way more flowers on it. Kiwi's out here running amok. She's part chupacabra. Hey, what are you doing? She is tearing up my bananas. I'll show you one that she is messing up. The Hishtinga went ahead and got up potted into a 3-gallon. Well, I think it's more like a 5. Get out of there. Because she kept falling over in that tiny pot. So I went ahead and put her into something larger. She wants to be a bigger tree. I could see it. Leaves are gorgeous on her. One of my favorite trees that we have here. Sweet tart is hanging still. Everything's looking kosher over here. Got 4 holding on her. They're bagged up. Disappointed with some of these, of course, that, man, you were hoping to taste them, but no dice, and we wait till next year. Here's the damage. We had a limb break overhead, and it snapped a branch here. You can see there, broke that one. So this is the male Rollinia, so it's not the biggest deal, but still sucks to have to abort branches like that. I mean, that's a decent sized branch. Can I graft it onto something else? Sure, but you know, not really, because it's male, right? You don't really want that one, but clean up the damage here. And what I'm noticing with the Rollinias is, and I'm growing these all the same, folks. Listen, I'm not doing this. I'm kind of experimenting with them by putting mulch all up in here. And yes, it's up on the trunk, right? That's how I do it here. Have I lost any trees here? No. Is it a newer system? Yes. Okay, the long term, they claim that putting organic matter in a pot will go ahead and rot out your roots, so don't do it. That's what they claim. Professionals say it. They say don't do it, only add sand. Try not to use the back stuff from the big box stores. They tell you this and that. That's basically what we use. All of this sand or all of this soil in here, more than likely from a bag, also used stuff that I had. So mixed up the old stuff, gave it some more nutrients, and then top it off. I top off all of my pots with mulch. Is anything rotting in here? No. Have I lost any trees? Well, I'll say this. Have I lost any trees besides Rollinias? No. All of my mangoes are all done the same way. I'll show you those as well. I haven't lost anything besides Rollinias. Now, Rollinias or Nonas, and the Nonas will totally just, they will basically just die. You know, they will, for some odd reason, they will lose limbs. They will get like, this one had like a weird fungus that started growing, like where the skin started peeling on it. But they get this, and some of them have died back on their own. I remember Hard talking about that, how some of them just do that. But so far, so good on most of them. That's only been done with 2 of them. I could show you. They did die back, but no mangoes have passed. I got the mamey like that. Everything has mulch all over it, right? Avocados haven't had any issues. Now, they'll claim that it will spread the mold and it will take over and, you know, rot everything. Who told me about that was the OG, the Orlando gardener. I went over to his place and was checking out his mangoes. And that was one of the first questions that I asked him, because I saw him growing in water, basically. So he had his mangoes, even in 25 gallons, way larger, with the little saucers of water down below. And I was asking about root rot, about how many he lost. And he's like, 2 out of hundreds, folks, hundreds that he had. And he only lost 2. And I was like, well, he's had them like this for quite some time. So let me go ahead and give it a shot. This I did way more in the mulching on here, the hardwood mulch. Ideally, yes, more leaves and such, but it takes time for all that to break down. But the mulch is what I use, and we're trying it. If I lose them all, folks, then we lose them all, and I'll tell everyone, don't do what I did, right? Till then, these girls are looking great, having decent results. I will try to paint some of these pots to see if they won't cook as much in the sun. And I'm gonna try to get out of the sun before my phone overheats. But I'm gonna try to experiment with some of these pots by painting them different colors. That way we can see if it changes much. We got only one VP now, folks. One of them dropped off, and that's all right. It's the first time that she flowered. It's holding just one little baby on there. And it's a big mango, big tree, but and flushing way more. But I will be vigorously cutting it back, making sure that she stays pretty small. And I want her to fruit now. Look at this, folks. The Maria. Uh-oh, that's a bad angle there. But she's pushing right through there. Got a few little green sprouts already, so pretty happy about that. And that was the largest rootstock that I've ever grafted, so did okay. Still got terps hanging on the tree over there that will be used for rootstock. Only one on this tree here, but it's all right. It is cool to have some fruiting mangoes in the ground here. Not an easy endeavor here in Orange City. I'm not telling everyone to do it. How bad do you want them, though? This little carry started flowering again. And our major carry just started putting on a few blooms as well. So get ready, because another crop is on its way. Carry's one of our favorites. Sugar apples, I was out here hand pollinating, not seeing a whole lot hold, which is kind of wild. Usually they hang pretty good, but I'll more than likely come back out and get some more here because they're still putting on way more blooms. So, and this little tree did pretty good for us last year. I think I got like a half a dozen, which isn't a bunch for many. Oh, that's nothing. But for me, that's enough. We're good. You know, you always want more, of course, right? That's why we don't prune our trees, because we'd rather sell that fruit and hang on to it. You know, it's a business. I get it. We make money by selling, you know, whether it's seeds, cuttings, fruit. So we don't want to cut them. That's how they get away from us, is you go, man, I really want that fruit. Why not just hang on to it, right? Next year we'll cut it. Next year we'll cut it. And then we procrastinate and it just goes. But it is time, right? Do you have the time to cut? Are you managing it every day? Are you out in the grove every day, making sure that things aren't growing all haywire? That's part of the gig, right? But it's Thursday. It is hot out here, folks. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. Also, I want to say that Orange City, whoa. Wait, what happened here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what did I do here? Oh, okay, I'm back. I don't know what I did there. I hit something. All these buttons up here. Hopefully y'all can still see and hear. Oh, I'm back. So I want to say that Orange City is back, folks. Great news. State Park is open once again. So swimmers, come on back, man. Orange City is a small city here. Real quick, I think it's only like 14,000 residents. Hang on here. Let me get some H2O here, folks. I'm sweating. It's only like 14,000 residents, so it's a small city. But for the past year, not a year, maybe even a little bit longer, this state park had the swimming hole shut down because they were renovating, I guess expanding or doing something with the shoreline there. So now it's finally open. They just broke the news that this past Saturday, they went ahead and opened it back up. So I know, supposedly, and this is all hearsay, I haven't really looked into it, but Wekiva Springs is only by reservations. That's what I heard. So there's supposedly DeLeon Springs is open. So a lot of people, the overflow, everyone had to go up there to DeLeon. So now that we're open over here, we'll bring back a whole lot of business that small businesses here in Orange City really needs, y'all. This past year, I know I wasn't the only one. A lot of businesses around here struggle because this is how a lot of us eat, is from this state park. As you know, Central Floridians come in to come over and swim. On the way out, let's stop and grab some pizza, some ice cream, hit up the golf place, you know, race some go-karts, whatever it is. But I'm not the only one, right? So by all means, go hit up the state park. On the way out, stop over here and say what's up, grab a fruit tree, go back and plant it. Come get some information, see what's popping over here, see what's fruiting, and maybe you can get some information, right? That's part of it, is show you what it is that I'm doing and also motivate you to go ahead and grow your own, folks. I can't grow for everyone. I can't do it on this piece of property. And And some people will say, Dwayne, you can do a lot here on this 1 acre. I can, but the promise and the dedication to be able to provide mangoes and avocados for the public is not easy, folks. Okay, there's a lot of customers. Look at these bad leaves. There's a lot of great customers that support this nursery, that support Growing Together, which I do appreciate. And for that, I try to go ahead and give them a little taste of something that's here or whatever, show appreciation, you know, whether it's a little discount or a free item or whatnot. But when it comes down to the actual mangoes, when there's only 6, you know, it's tough when everyone wants them, you know. That's the deal. Don't drink that, mama. No, 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 no. No, drinking this nasty water over here. I mean, it's rainwater, but it's mixed in with junk. But so yes, Orange City, we are back, folks. All right, we are very stoked. We got way more stuff coming, folks. All these mulberries, a bunch of cuttings that I went ahead and propagated. So come on and see me here very shortly. We got some more Thai dwarfs on the way. Jabos, we got moringa, a little bit of everything, all the food forest favorites. Not all, we got some. More on the way. Trying to collect as much as possible, folks. Yeah, we're still holding some mangoes. Hey, what's up? How we living, sir? Hopefully you're right somewhere cool, man, because it is hot out here. I'm trying to hang out in the shade, but whoo. Anyways, I don't want to keep y'all for too long here. What's up, Mr. John? Yeah, man, it's been a while. Where you been? Speaking of good customers, but yeah, that's the deal here, is that it's very tough. It's a small system here. It's mainly for demonstration, right? Young system. It's only two years old for the most part. I've only been in the property for going on 4 in August. So they're not monster trees putting on a ton of fruit. I'm not selling them. And it would be a disrespect. It would be a disservice to me to be selling these at market price. Well, everyone says they're $2 a piece down south, or up to $6 a pound, or even at $10 a pound. For me to sit there and take care of them and watch them and do all of that, and here's $10 for a fruit, like, it's not a lot. I don't want to disrespect anyone and get anyone excited about possibilities of tasting these awesome mangoes. Hang in there. There are other ways. I'm trying to find some fruit, but also I will tell you the people that do have it, right? There are other nurseries that have it, that will be getting it. So stay tuned. But yeah, anyways, Orange City, we are starting to grow again, and hopefully we can have a nice little summer season here, because in the summertime, that's the main claim to fame for us is this park right here. This park feeds everyone here. So we do appreciate it. Go and stay cool. Take a dip in that nice spring water. Whoo, relax. All right. Go ground yourself. Have a great weekend. Come by and see us. All right. Love y'all. Peace.